How in the I missed one finger? That's crazy talk. One finger, y'all. That's the one that I probably needed to get the most. I'm gonna beat this child. I'm gonna beat this child, y'all. JoJo, what's up with it? Here, hold on. Hold on. What's up with y'all? What's up with the breeze? Yeah, there you go. That's what's up. I just got done having a little Thanksgiving fellowship at the church, man. You about to go have you a little friendsgiving? Get you some shit going, huh? That's always fun too, man. You go and post up with all the folks, get you some turkey and shit going. Get a little faded, a couple people get to arguing. Good times, good times. My bad, y'all. I know I be looking down more than looking up when I'm on these things, but you know what it is. Nah, Bo, that's a misconception. But uh, online church is dope. My church actually goes on YouTube Live, so my church broadcasts live through YouTube every Sunday morning at 10:30. But no, Bo, you don't have to pay to go in a church, man. Tithing is that's so. So listen, when you go, my church in particular, right? My church is a small church. I don't like flashy churches. I like wholesome, down home vibe type churches, right? So my church is real kickback, real laid back, real old school. They're a big church. They need a lot of work. So we, fortunately for me, we see all the tithing and the proceeds that we give in the church actually go into the church, man. So it's a good feeling to see like you know, we're putting a gate around our church, and I've been there for going on, I think, 9 months, 10 months now, and um, you know, it's taken pretty much that long to be able to afford to put a fence up around the church. So when people give, man, and you receive blessings as well. It's really even just your time, man. Even just your time. Like if you go to a church and you see that church is struggling with something, and you know, like the back door at my church is getting weathered. It's old, so I'm trying to do what I can to help with a quick fix solution until we could get a new door to put in. Just little things like that. Anything you got helps, man. Because the Lord knows your heart, bro. It's not about your money. It's about where your heart is and what your soul desires. If your heart's in a good place and your soul desires the right things, I don't think tithing is anything you got to worry about. You feel me? Corey sits next to us in church all day. They know he can't afford to give nothing, man. Although that lady still be staring you down like, are you gonna break bread? And they always have the most like cold face one passing the thing around too, like Lurch, you rang. She hella nice though once you break the shell. Like once you peel that layer back a little bit. But that's another thing is that like, you know, you go some places, especially out in like these little bit more rural areas, right? You got a lot of people that they stick to themselves, like they with them and they don't want to deal with all the evil out here in the world. So they get a little standoffish to the rest of society most of the time. You just gotta understand that. Yeah, she's super nice though. She loves the baby, dog. Yeah, it was cool though, man. I didn't get none of the haloed eggs, man. But that's because I was being a bad kid. I went outside to hit me a blunt real quick, get my stomach right for the food, and by the time I got back in there, the food was gone. And that was Jesus like, see boy, see what you did? You done chose over your fellowship, and now you don't get no haloed eggs. That's alright though. I still got some grub and some good conversation. You know me, Mag, man. I can't eat without getting my stomach straight. If you don't hear Kobe on the drums and he ain't there, we missing. Yeah, that's what's up, man. I appreciate all my folks being here. Happy Sunday, bro. Hope you guys stay blessed. Hope you guys have a beautiful day. Hope everybody's getting ready for Thanksgiving, man. Those of you who don't celebrate Thanksgiving, man, don't be disrespectful to the people that do, bro. Thanksgiving got different meanings for everybody. Like, Thanksgiving ain't just about pilgrims coming in and having a sit down with some Indians and however the fuck you want to say history wrote it. Thanksgiving is about being grateful to God's blessings, man, and to the fact that you made it damn near a whole nother year already. I mean, I just seen somebody smoked out on the freeway, bro, fucked up in their car. How you think their Thanksgiving's gonna be? You know what I mean? Just remember, you got something to be thankful and grateful for always, bro. You woke up today. You know what I mean? You could have been one of the ones that didn't wake up. me sitting in front of my house in the car right now for real look like Osama bin Laden. Like, I ain't even playing with you. Got the whole ass headgear and everything. That's crazy. They hopping out Stewie deep. But for real though, man, be grateful, dude. Be thankful. And listen, let me just encourage you, dude. Life is short, man. And if there's somebody that you've been putting off speaking to, a family member you've been putting to the past and to the side, man, because of something they did or some of the ways they acted, man up, man, and just let them know, hey, bro. I mean, it's obviously no. Listen, a lot of people use silence as a way to let people know that they hurt their feelings, bro, and that really doesn't. That don't get you nowhere in life, bro. Silence gets you nowhere. So just understand, silence speaks volumes, but it also stands still. You know what I mean? So if you got somebody out there, man, that you've been, wanting to reach out to, but ain't known how to, because it's just been too long, there's never too long, bro. Holler at that person. Tell them you love them, man, no matter what they're going through, no matter what you're going through. You always got that love. You might not be able to accept them into your life right now, but, you are loved, bro. Yeah, see, Bo, but that's the thing, man, is that you could celebrate for yourself, bro. You got little ones, right? Your little brother, your little sister and shit running around looking up to you, man. Just remember that. Look, I don't speak to you like this too much, bro. And, I obviously fucking it's Sunday. I'm in my feelings or whatnot. But listen, those little ones, bro, I never realized how much the little minds around you pay attention to you, bro, and try to follow in your footsteps. So just remember, you may not feel like you're the best person for yourself, but there's always somebody watching you be the best person you could be for them. You know what I mean? We gotta stop raising our society to be a bunch of pussy little bitches, man. Or we're gonna end up being ran over and taken over and pushed to the side and made to work mediocre jobs and really not be able to afford life. And Ghost, man, you gotta keep it 100 for him too. He see what you're doing. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was speaking straight to you, JoJo, when I said if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving because you didn't have a bunch of white folks land on an island and fucking eat food with fucking Indians, then I feel you. But also, I was just saying, people on here, right, that don't celebrate Thanksgiving, a lot of people are going to be on here talking about Thanksgiving. And, just, let them do their thing, man. Like, we all know a bunch of indigenous people died. We all know that the world wasn't amazing from the time it started all the way up till now. We all know that a bunch of dirty-ass white folks came here with a bunch of fucking diseases and wiped out hella people. We know. We get it, right? Ain't nothing we can do about the past. Motherfuckers celebrate some crazy-ass holidays. This ain't nothing less than that one. Aaliyah, what's up, man? I recognize you. Jeez. I know my folks. Don't play.
I'm here.
But yeah, for real, man, just, and let people know, man. Thank you, JoJo. We appreciate you. What, actually, we never really got into this, JoJo, too much. Right, what is y'all, what do y'all celebrate over there? Do you guys have holidays? And if you do, what are they and what do they celebrate? You know what I mean? I like busting other cultures down. Let's hear some shit,
JoJo. Thanksgiving for just, anything. Not even what we did, but, thanks. Just you don't have.
Oh,
Like,
do you guys have a day of like thanks to anybody? Do you do a like a celebrational day of thanks?
do you dance?
She's not religious, so she wouldn't do like a religious
Oh yeah,
thankful day, but
Thanksgiving ain't religious.
no,
Yeah,
no, but
that's
it
why
is
I
in the
figured.
Bible.
That's why it goes over my head that I get why, because we it's a weird thing that it's not everywhere now in my head. But
Annie Mae Maying
oh
Kate. What the
yeah,
fuck?
I've heard this.
What is that?
I don't know. I don't want to say, and I don't know for sure.
I don't know. It's always that time, Drew.
Oh
Hey,
shit.
I just want to say thank you to everybody who came in last night for the podcast, bro. We appreciate y'all. Um, yeah, a couple people backed out. One person in particular, just full blown. I talked to him on the phone and he busted out like a little bitch, and I don't even give a fuck. You say what you want. Just like Whack 100, a bitch. You a bitch too. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't give a fuck who you are, bro. You tell somebody you gonna do some shit, you make an attempt to do the shit at least. You know what I mean? But yeah, we appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for coming in there. We pushing this pod one more episode, bro. Episode 20 is gonna be dope. I'm gonna bust down some life history of my own. We're gonna go into some systemic racism talks. We're gonna go into people's views on racism versus what racism really is versus where racism came from and why racism is still considered a thing. Um, yeah, that's the one everybody's been wondering when we were gonna do, and fucking everybody thought we were too scared to talk about. Well, we ain't scared, bro. We're there.
Can I get back?
You know what I mean?
I'll be right back.
So yeah, we got some family history to buzz down for you. We got some generational history to buzz down for you. We have some stories of triumph, right? We have some stories of some deep racism that, thank the Lord, found its way out of that hellhole that they were stuck in. Because listen, bro, just to judge somebody based on the color of their skin, that's what racism is. It's nothing else other than that. That's literally what being racist is. You're going to judge somebody based on the color of their skin. That's it. All this other shit y'all want to lump in with racism, it's not racism, bro. There's other words for it. There's other isms. There's other fucking things to associate it with. Not that. So, we're going to break way the fuck into that one next week on Saturday, bro. If y'all want to hear about it, make sure you're there because that episode will be shut down and available only for members after this broadcast. So run the broadcast because that's something we don't listen. What a lot of people don't understand is we don't want attention based on bullshit like that, but we do want to have the conversation, right? So we'll have the conversation. Y'all can have the conversation with us, and then we'll shut it the fuck down because we ain't looking for no clout based on none of that stupid shit. We ain't looking for no extra clicks based on none of that shit. We just want to get our story out there. Let y'all know what the fuck, where we came from, why we are the way we are. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. So that's the thing is that a lot of people, they're talking about this. Listen, bro, I know a lot of good black people, dude. And I don't even like calling them black people. They're just people. You know what I'm saying? But I know a lot of good people who are not the same skin tone as me. You know what I mean? It's your content and character makes you who you are, bro. The way you're raised, the people you're raised around, the things that were told to you as a child make a difference in who you are as a person and the way you grow up. So that goes along the conversations of what they consider systemic, right? I consider it, what would that be? I hate when I brain fart right in the middle of a fucking good concept. I would think of it as generational racism. Perfect word for it. Generational racism, right? When you're raised in a household who is racist, and then you are able to grow up and you either make your own decision or you don't, you know, and a lot of people don't. A lot of people will fall right into that same chain. And that's what's fucked up is that I see people today and it makes it really easy for people who are raised in a household. So there's different stages of this shit, right? You got households where you grow up and like your uncle got a swastika tattooed on the back of his head and like your fucking everybody's got little lightning bolts on their fucking on their wrists like cufflings, and you know what I'm saying, like you grow up in that shit, or you grow up in that household where like your dad goes to work at a blue collar job every day and your mom goes to work as a nurse, and they come home and talk about how they hate the Mexicans that are coming into the country and they hate the Muslims and they hate the blacks, and there's that kind of racism, right? So it's like you got blatant racism where motherfuckers are like, ha, hi, how Hitler, fucking, we're getting it. And then you got motherfuckers that are like, oh, I just can't believe they're just ruining our country right now. Oh, kids, you got to pay attention to these guys. They're coming in and they're ruining our country. And then you got motherfuckers like me that got the little Mexican homies from around the block that pull up and play with your kids. Okay, so that's where we're going to break all this shit down for you guys next week. We're going to fucking really let you know what's really going on in society versus what people are saying is going on in society versus what they want you to believe is going on in society. Yeah, we're gonna run it down, you know, because I mean, you really, even if you're young and you come up in a household where you go to Thanksgiving right now and your whole family's gonna be talking politics and they're gonna be just in each other's ear and they're gonna be arguing with each other about Trump and about fucking immigration and about all this shit, right? Listen, but educate yourself while listening. Listen, you could be, they say you can't play both sides of the fence. You can. There are strong points made in all aspects, right? You know what I mean? Like, obviously, you don't want to go walking down the middle of, let's say, the Tenderloin at 3 o'clock in the morning with, you know, your Versace shoes on and think that somebody out there is not dope fiending enough to grab your Versace shoes. Whether black, white, Mexican, orange, brown, green, don't matter. You wearing Versace shoes in the hood, bro, and somebody gonna take that shit and smoke it. You know what I'm saying? It's just, that's just the way it is. So don't be naive or dumb. My bad, I had to get some shit out of my teeth. Y'all didn't even tell me it was there. Don't be naive or dumb to the fact that there is evil in the world and there is bad and it doesn't have a skin color, right? There's no skin color to it. It's just, that's just what it is. And some people get gripped by it, some people don't. It's more relevant and prevalent in some people's cultures and some people's, you know, upbringings than in others. So, yeah, don't let it get you twisted, man. We got some shit to talk about, and I just want y'all to hear it from a real standpoint. Because there's what do they call that other one? Pattern recognition. Right?
Yeah.
So you got pattern recognition. We got something popping up or what?
No, just said is that like not said hi to it, or we kept him saying hi.
Oh. We got what's called pattern recognition, which is what a lot of people deal with in life. And people call it racism. But it plays on all sides of the spectrum. So you're gonna tell me right now that pattern recognition tells you not to go in the hood, that we have certain neighborhoods, that if certain people are dressed a certain way, that if certain people act a certain way, if the hey, I'm gonna beat that kid. If the decimal level of the volume that somebody speaks at, right, tells you certain shit. So there's pattern recognition, bro. It's just like if you're going to talk to somebody, you could tell the difference in their context and their tone and the words they're saying on what the mood and the purpose of what they're saying to you is, right? So it's like, you can't tell me that there's not pattern recognition on both sides of the spectrum. And one thing that fucks with me really hard, right, is that when you look at when you look at a standpoint from, you know, the culture of, let's say, you know, the demographic of black people, for lack of whatever word everybody wants to try to say we have to call people now. But right, when you look at that and oh, they're all ghetto and they're all this and they're all that. No. There's a subset of people that belong to this um, group, as people would like to say. That's every group. That's every nationality. That's every type of person, right? I'll go show you some twacked out, thugged out, tatted back, dope fiend. You know, it's like I could show you that from everywhere though. Kodo, what's up with it? From everywhere though. I'll show you some of my black folks. Uncles and shit. Not no crackheads, tweakers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it goes on. I'll show you a couple white crackheads. Like, y'all try to put all this shit on one side or the other, and it's literally just propaganda that the system uses against us as a society to segregate, self-segregation. It's self-segregation. So you gotta understand this and you gotta know what's going on. You know what I mean? Aaliyah, thank you. We appreciate you. Pop in if you want some more on Saturday, because I'm just breaking the barrier right now to let you guys know where we're going. I'm breaking the barrier a little bit. I'm trying to crack the mainframe just enough to let you know, oh fuck, okay, we gotta be there on Saturday for this. So yeah, the way that these motherfuckers want you to think. So we've talked about this before. We talked about the fucking MK Ultra or whatever it is, mind control, all this shit, right? All this shit, right? Which goes into Mormonism and you know, black skin being a curse and all this, the different parts of religion that they've tried to take and separate off to better their goal, what they wanted as whoever, right? So you got to understand that when it comes down to that shit, they're using religion to justify slavery. They're using religion to justify the abuse of, you know, homosexuals and you know, people. It's crazy to think about, you know, and then that goes the same way when it comes to white supremacy or the KKK or, you know, any of these factions. It's the same structure that anybody uses, military, religion, any of it. They just execute the plan differently. All of them. They all execute the plan differently, but they use the same base for a foundation. You know what I'm saying? So just understand, man, there's nothing with being wrong, or there's nothing wrong with being proud of who you are, right? There's nothing wrong with being wrong either, but there's nothing wrong with being proud of who you are. There's nothing wrong with being proud of your heritage. There's nothing wrong with being proud of any of that shit on any side of the spectrum, bro. I would hope that you are proud of who you are. But by being proud of who you are doesn't mean that you're better than anybody else, and it doesn't mean that you need to make anybody else feel any less proud to be who they are, right? We're all individual people, bro. And just because you're proud that the shit, you know, you're whatever, bro. It shouldn't matter to other people so much, because being white doesn't give you privilege. I think the only thing in this day and age that being white gives you better than any other skin tone is access to seeing your tattoos. That's it, dog. You can see my tattoos a little better than if I did it on some brown construction paper. You feel me? That's just facts. So when it comes to anything else, it's nothing, bro. It's nothing. People change themselves every day to try to look like somebody else. For what reason? Damn, bro. You probably just put that like somewhere right here. It ain't gonna go nowhere. Ain't nobody gonna get it.
The dogs might eat it.
Ain't nothing coming in here.
Throw it up in it.
I got you. Anyway, You put it anywhere you want inside the yard, bro. It ain't going nowhere. Yep, right there is fine. I'll keep coasting off it. Don't trip. No kickstand, leaning against the fan. Yeah, there you go. I'll be out here. I ain't gonna let nobody do nothing. Yeah, man. And you know, that's another thing too. You never know if you're gonna be that person that breaks that cycle for somebody. Right? This is another thing that people don't understand about generational racism or systemic racism, however you want to call it. That person has learned a type of behavior and has learned an ideology based on the way they were raised. You could break that cycle, right? You might be, so don't be hateful, right? That's Jesus says love everybody, right? Jesus says love everybody. So if you hate the man who's standing on the corner being racist, how is he ever going to get help? It's not going to happen, right? But if you come to that man and you change that man's views, or woman, whatever it may be, and you change their views, you just saved a soul. Because you love somebody, because Jesus told you to love somebody. Don't turn your back on somebody because you don't like their views, man. You just might be that person and that influence in their life that helps to change that view. Whoa. Well, good one today, y'all. Send me to church a little longer. Shit, let me talk to Miss Robin some more. So we had guest speakers today, Robin and Larry. They're amazing. I love them every time they come. Larry looks like the guy from the Pixar fucking beginnings, the old man that plays chess.
He's cool.
He hella looks like the old man from Pixar, from Wallace and Gromit.
He's a little bigger, but
he's dope. He's dope. I fuck with him.
I figure out where I seen that face.
What's But yeah, I had a good conversation with her, and she dug into some shit, and it was cool.
I was sitting with Robbie.
Yeah, up top. I seen you up at the big table.
It was funny though. It's funny just listening to his homeboy talk to him. Like, hey Robbie, you want some cheese? You want this, Robbie? I'm like, oh, that's funny. It's good though. It's nice.
Yeah, that's what's up.
What's up, bud? Cold? Yep. Yeah. See. No.
What happened?
He did the skateboard, almost fell.
On accident?
With his foot, no shoe.
Damn, I should have bit so we got it on camera. Yeah, man. All right, enough of that shit. How y'all doing? I'm gonna roll another one up. It's the turkey enzymes, y'all. Start eating turkey and gets me talking. Jojo, did I fucking ignore you after I asked you a question? Motherfucker. What a dickhead. I be doing dickhead shit. No, she came in just talking being nice, but I asked her Christmas and Easter and cultural events like Notting Hill Carnival and Glastonbury Festival. Also observes traditions like Bonfire Night sounds dope. Remembering Sunday's cool. Yeah, okay, that's what's up. Good shit, JoJo. Thank you. I'm sorry I let it pass right by, but I went back for it. My head's in a good space today, so not as forgetful.
A great space.
Yeah, not as forgetful.
JoJo.
I really enjoyed the pod last night. That was cool. I like do y'all like the vertical feature though? I feel like, so listen, that's the thing, is that we weren't even catching, bro, I wish we were doing that this whole time because we weren't catching random viewers really before.
Well, we were
posting, and then we would catch some views afterwards and shit, but I think the layout is gonna, so the last 3 episodes being like that, it's gonna like be weird with the format, the way the format's been the whole time, which is a little bit of a transitional change, not tripping on it. But I think if we do continue and we run the next block all verts like that, it won't be so hard on the eye as it switches from episode to episode.
Mhm.
Does that make sense? But I gotta see how we're running that.
I like how our old episodes look though.
I love how they look.
Yeah,
They look dope, but
Yeah,
they
yeah.
just weren't gaining traffic.
No,
like,
I know.
If you look at, so our first episode's got 209 views, and it's
well,
what, 4 months
went
ago?
Ham on that shit. The first one
Yeah.
we put in our
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
We're doing that again slowly.
So with that being 209 in this whole period it's been there, and then us catching last night's episodes at 167 already.
Yeah.
And it was at 123 and then 134 when I went to sleep. So it's already gotten 33 more views since then.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, I say not to dumb myself down for the rest of society, folks. But if the attention span of people
Yeah.
is that short that it's literally, it's this,
Yeah.
this is their attention
Yeah,
span,
you gotta do that.
you have to cater to that attention span or you're not going to go anywhere at that point. So, yeah, maybe what we do is cater to that now. Now that we're seeing that. We tried this. We love the way it looks. And the aspect is dope.
Yeah.
But people aren't there mentally anymore. So to bring them back there, we have to grab them, grip them, and then show them, oh, fuck, this is where we used to be. This is how we used to live. All right, I get it. You know, so we gotta reach out into the depths to grip some motherfuckers by the cojones real quick and then show them this is life, bro. What you're living is a simulation. You need to come back to life and hop on the porch.
Get out the street, hop on the porch.
Get out of the street and hop on the porch. Listen, everybody been telling you to hop off the porch your whole life, bro. It did nothing for you. Nothing, right? Hop back on the porch, bro. Go reel it back in, dog. You know what I'm saying? Just hop back on the porch and we'll be all right. I got you.
They were fucking with you when they told you to get off the porch.
Yeah, when they told you needed to hop off the porch, that was a test and you failed it.
You fucking died.
You gotta get back on the porch. This is safety. You have never seen the movie Up? Yeah, the porch. You gotta stay on the porch, dog. The porch even held up when that whole shit ripped up, went up into the sky because of all them balloons. There was a porch there. That's Jesus. He's telling you.
That's Jesus.
The porch is where to stay.
The porch is Jesus. I'm telling you,
the porch is Jesus.
It's all Jesus.
So don't even fuck with me.
Yes.
They've been telling you hop off the porch your whole life, and it just puts you further from Jesus. Just come hop back on the porch, we'll get you right back close to Jesus again.
Straight, you'll be in the streets,
Yeah, you'll be straight. We got you. Yeah, I feel like it brings it, you know, and then you got to think that too, like when people are scrolling and thumbing through the live feed, like if you see some shit like ours, it's like, wait, what the fuck was all that? You know, roll back for a minute, because you're like, that was like Six Faces.
No, I know exactly what's going on with it. Like, I always attest for that, like when I put out a short or anything I'm doing, I'm like, oh, these people have like 2 seconds.
Hey, you know what was
grab
so
them.
dope today, bro? Didn't mean to cut you off, but you know what was so dope today is that, you know how I always be talking about how I went to Acquire the Fire when I was younger with my youth group and shit, because I never really went to church before that, and how Acquire the Fire was like the dopest concert I've ever been to, but I've been to like hella fucking, I've been to like fucking Metallica, Korn, Kid Rock, all these different people, and the Acquire the Fire concert was way doper than all that, right? And I've said that to people, and they like look at me like, what? You know, bro. I was talking to Robin today in there, and I was like, dude, like I went to Acquire the Fire when I was like 12 or 13, and she was like, oh, I love Acquire the Fire, and I was like, bro, like I've been to, and I busted all these names down, and I'm all, and none, like I watched Tommy Lee hit the rail, You know what I mean? On the and that didn't even grip me as hard as I was gripped at that concert.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The pyrotechnics and just the display. It's like, and the fucking atmosphere
Everyone
and the
at
energy.
the same time,
Yes,
all
bro.
like,
It's so gnarly, bro.
That's the whole thing. Like all
Mhm.
that energy captured at once and right next. I felt that today when we were singing that one song. Fucking
Yes, yeah. Today you could really feel, the spirit moving through the church today, dog. Like people, like even though it was,
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
it was so much more quiet
Yeah.
than it would normally be,
Yeah, it was a little different, but
and
I know
it
what
was
you're
even
saying.
more quiet than it would normally be in any church setting that Larry and Robin are used to going to. They're used to like
Yeah,
vibrant, up tempo,
Yeah,
people
yeah,
like
yeah.
really worshiping, not just like
for sure. Yeah,
standing
I
there.
know.
Like nobody claps, nobody sings, nobody. It's like they got 5 TVs
And
for you
she's
motherfuckers
all
to read off
crazy
of,
with the guitar
and nobody's
and
reading the
singing.
songs and even trying to sing. You know,
Yeah.
and it's because everybody's in there all self-conscious, and it's like if you sing and you sing and you sing and you sing and you sing, nobody hears anybody but the harmony.
Oh yeah.
Nobody hears you singing. Your voice blends with the other voice and the other voice and the other voice, and now all of a sudden it's
I
just
know that.
one uplifting sound.
That's my
you
favorite
know?
part when everyone does that.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the whole church on fire.
Really?
Mm-hmm. We try to set the church on fire. Y'all
She
ready?
said, "F your fire."
Yeah, why you running? Why you running, She-Ra?
Sheba. Freaking freak.
Listen, I can testify to the fact that 2 days ago I did not have a Thanksgiving meal to cook. And
Yeah,
now
so what
I
happened
do.
with that?
And it's all
I
because
heard it at
some little
church.
kid walked up.
I thought this was a few days
To
ago,
my
or
gate.
a few weeks or years ago.
Oh, right now.
Yeah, no,
This
I
happened.
heard you say it last night, and then I heard it at church,
Yeah,
and now
kid
I'm
walked
hearing
up
it
to
again.
my gate and was like, "Hey, so we're donating meals to families in need for Thanksgiving meals. It's just me and my family go out and give out Thanksgiving meals. Would you guys be interested in some food?"
Yeah.
I said, "Of course I would, bro. You know what I mean?" Walked up, homie handed me a whole turkey plus a bag with stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy, green beans, corn, a whole Thanksgiving meal in this bag,
That's
y'all.
dope.
And he's a kid. The kid was like,
Oh yeah.
16 to 19.
I get a
I
lot of that
don't,
crap
you know, my
all the
kids are
time.
getting older. Kids look different now. I don't know. Had to have been 16 to 19. Hopped out of his dad's car. His dad was driving around. And it's like, bro, like those are the people, that kid's parents are who we all should be for our children. Because I was a good kid, bro. And I'm one person they did that to. You know how many people's lives they changed that day?
Yeah.
You know?
Ooh, that sparked you up. Yeah, I get it now. Now it's all connecting for me. I'm like, oh, that's what's been going on here. That's dope.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody knew I needed that meal but God, bro.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Nobody.
That's
Who the
what
fuck
I'm-
else?
that's what
Bro,
I'm
why
doing.
would that kid walk up to the dopest house on the block? Bro, I'm not bullshitting you guys, bro. You walk up to my house, and my house is the nicest looking house on the block because it was literally just redone this year. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna walk up to the nicest house on the block with the most toys in the fucking yard, 3 cars sitting in front, and be like, "Hey man, we're just giving meals out to people that need a Thanksgiving meal."
Check it out though. They see you have all these kids here all the time.
Yeah, of
They're like
course.
community.
Of course,
Yeah,
right? So they know
yeah.
I got mouths to feed and all
Yeah.
that. But it's like, what else? What about looking at my
No,
house would
not-
tell you I need a
Not
meal?
like that
Nothing.
at all. Yeah, no.
Nothing
no,
about
no.
looking at my house would tell
No.
you I need a meal.
They're
So
just-
only God knew I
Yeah,
needed that meal.
for sure.
And God told them, "Hey man, he may look like he's got it going on, but all them kids need some food right
Yeah,
now." You know
yeah,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Type shit.
No, yeah,
So,
seriously.
yeah, that's dope.
Yeah,
That's like
community. That's dope community.
you know, and you don't have to believe in nothing else other than good people bring good people, and the Holy Spirit is what people move through each other to bring good about. You know what I'm saying? So there is things at work here that you really just don't understand until you start doing them. It'd be like that.
No, yeah. I'm popping this. I've had it for like 5 days empty. Like just more than that actually.
You're like trying to manifest some more in there. You're like, eventually one will fall out. I swear.
I didn't even realize I was doing that. I was doing it last night, and I was like,
let's go around the corner.
What, homeboy?
Yeah.
You don't have any, asked him.
Nothing?
No. Or he didn't. I don't know, because he said his mom had those K's, and then, yeah, today I was like, you have those K's? And then I could tell he didn't know what I meant, and I was like, cologne pins, and he's like, oh yeah, a couple days. I was like, it'll be a couple days. I'm like, fucking tired. But I still have to go to fucking tomorrow to her name, and I'm not sure. Like, I want to tell her something, you know, but I don't think it's gonna happen. And I have till 6 o'clock in the morning to call her when she's back on. I'm gonna have to talk to that manager chick again. And if she tells me I have to go, I have to go. And that's gonna be fucking gnarly. I'm trying to get around it. We'll see.
Hi. How are ya? Robbie told me to come by around the corner. My mom over there for a second. He's only gonna be there for a minute, he said, and he's gotta go help his mom do some shit. But that was a minute ago.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, he was doing something too else.
He might already be gone.
I think he looks up to you. He was like looking at you while we were eating. Just like, I was like, well, where'd Dub go? I said Larry.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, he'll be in here in a minute. I was like, but then, like, when we're eating, though, he's, like, way softer, though.
Yeah.
He's, like, talking to his friend all, like, light.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's funny. Dude, he's grubbing.
Uh-huh.
Ready to get him
I told you he's fresh out,
for
bro.
sure.
Fresh
for
out.
sure.
Fresh out the womb, baby.
That's totally fresh out shit. My dad was like that, too, at our fucking Thanksgiving. And you could still shake. I did that in jail too. It's crazy, but I didn't go for long. But it's crazy in there. It sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad I never had to do prison or anything like that. It sucks.
Yeah, prison time would suck like a motherfucker, dog. Just because you ain't got you're used to your freedoms, homie, until they're taken. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, just being able to make a choice is insane privilege.
Oh, that sucks. Well, I'm sorry, homie. It's fucked up your TV broke, bro.
Oh.
You need to get you a new TV, dog. What's up?
We need a list of Bo's problems and help him through it. But what you need? What you doing?
Oh, where the fuck is my shit at? Yeah, man, we just chilling. I was up out here fucking bumping some music this morning. Went out us a good little church grub down. I'm still kind of hungry now, though. Shit. All right, we at 49. I'm gonna run it back. Hop back in. I'm gonna run it back.